So flying actually kind of sucks, but it doesn't have to. Let me explain. When you start flying more, you start to notice that even when it's just for a holiday, it's just a painful way to travel. The cost isn't just a ticket, it's hours of your life and a bunch of micropayments that stack up as soon as you get to the airport. First problem, getting to the airport 3 hours before you fly. Straight off the bat, for most cases, you don't need to. Now, there are some valid exceptions and I'll cover those later in the video, but let me break down why that's kind of a waste of time. If you're traveling light, both in group size and luggage, with just a carry-on for instance, which for me is typically the case for both work and holidays, then 2 hours is plenty of time. Realistically, even if security is moving slow, which 30-40 minutes tops, and that includes the occasional random bag search, gate info doesn't typically show until about 1 hour before departure anyway. So let's say you arrive 3 hours before departure. You spend 30 minutes getting through to the airside, and for argument's sake we'll add 30 minutes for checking your bag. Now you're going to have to kill an hour in what is essentially a very expensive shopping mall, which makes it all the more likely you're going to spend 15 quid on a bad reheated meal and £6 on a coffee, which is more money than some of the cheapest return tickets I've managed to get this year. So congrats, you've doubled the cost of your holiday and you're not even on the plane yet. The point is, it's not just costing you wasted time, it's costing you money too. Now of course, if you've got a young family, loads of bags, and you're flying long haul from Heathrow, then yeah, 3 hours probably isn't a bad idea. Or if you're a group of friends going abroad, there's more chance of delay, and an airport beer is basically law regardless of time of day. In which case, an hour or so in the terminal can actually be quite nice, albeit an expensive trip to the pub with your mates. Just instead of 7 PM on a Friday, it's 10:36 on a Tuesday. Now, to circle back to the main point, if you're starting to fly more frequently for work or solo holidays, I wouldn't stress rushing to get there 3 hours before you fly. Take the extra hour's sleep, and just make sure you've got at least 2. And of course, use common sense. I speak from experience with airports that I frequent somewhat. If you're going to navigate Singapore airport for the first time solo, maybe give yourself a bit more time.